How do you overcome a job loss after 50? Well, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline a 7-step plan that I know can help you if you're somebody out there who has just recently lost a job, or maybe you're even anticipating that you're going to be losing your job. Well, there's a way to overcome this. There's a way to come out for the better. But it's going to take a little bit of work, and in this video I'll outline, as I said, I'm going to outline a plan, a 7-step plan that I know can help you. That's all up next right here on Over 50 TV. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes, and today I'm going to be telling you about a 7-step plan that I know can help you to overcome a job loss when you are over 50. And it's something that I know, especially as we get older, and we're older and we lose our job, and then we're thinking, what's going to happen? Who's going to hire me? If you've got some great skills, you got a good chance of getting hired again. Hopefully you'll make as much or maybe even more than you made prior to being let go from that position. Sadly, though, the statistics bear out that only 1 out of 10 people who lose their job after 50 ever again earn as much as they earned prior to being fired, prior to being laid off from that position. So that's the statistic, but we can beat that statistic. I know I can help you to do that with this video, and that's what I'm going to try to do today by outlining my plan. So let's dive into this. Let's dive into step number 1. Step number 1 is going to start with you looking into the mirror and you saying, I will never let this happen again. I will never let this happen again. And you're going to repeat that time and time again, 10 times, 20 times, whatever it takes. You go into that bathroom, maybe it's in the mirrors in your living room, in your hallway, you stand there and you look into that mirror and you say, I'm never going to let this happen again. It will never happen again. And I believe that this is important. I know this is important because you've got to reinforce in your mind, and you got to believe that, hey man, this happened and I don't like it, I'm not happy with it, but it's not going to happen again. I'm going to make sure it doesn't. So every day when you wake up, you're going to say the same thing. You're going to go find that mirror, you're going to look into that mirror, and you're going to say, I'll never let this happen again, and it's not going to happen again. Say it with conviction, say it with determination. And you know what? Just keep saying it and saying it and saying it and believe it. You're better than this. You're better than what happened to you, and don't let it happen again. Now, the second thing that you're going to do is you are going to make sure that you have some income coming in. And if you were laid off, probably you're going to be getting unemployment. And let's hope that that happens. If for some reason you have no source of income coming in, you lost your job, you got the last couple pays or maybe the last couple weeks of a pay, well then the next thing to do is to get yourself a part-time job, maybe 2 part-time jobs as fast as possible. You need that source of income. You need income obviously to pay your bills, to buy food, to buy the bare essentials. But you really do need to have that income coming in, because otherwise you're going to be worried sick about paying your bills. You're going to be depressed, and you are not going to be able to go and follow through on the next 5 steps I'm going to be telling you about. So you've got to find that source of income. Target will hire you more than likely, or Walmart or some retailer. Some company will hire you on the spot, but you got to get that income immediately. That's number 2. Step number 3, you're going to sit down at a table. You're not going to sit on your sofa or on your easy chair. You're going to sit at your table, your dining room table, your kitchen table, whatever it is, and you are going to decide what you want. What do I want? If I'm going forward, and I need to have a job or a career that I'm going to be happy with. What do I want in my life? Decide that. Make it a list. Make a list. 5 items, 10 items, but at least sit down and write down what I want. You're going forward, you're on a clean slate. You've lost your job, you've lost that position that you had. Maybe you loved it, maybe you didn't, but it's a clean slate. This may be a blessing to you, and it's a time for reflection, and it's a time to decide, to determine what you're looking for in your life. Maybe you're hearing the geese behind me deciding or trying to figure out what they want in their life. I guess they just want to fly, but that's what you want to do too. You want to fly, so decide what you really want in your life. And that's number 3. Number 4 of this 7-step plan is, while you're sitting there while you're sitting at that table and you're trying to decide, or you have decided, this is what I want in my life. This is how I want my life to go. Are the things that are important to me. After you've decided all of that, then I'm going to ask you to write down what you are naturally good at. What you're naturally good at. Some of you out there may be naturally good at numbers. Maybe you're going to be naturally good at talking. You really enjoy talking to folks. That's just something that you are just a God-given gift that you have. You're naturally good at talking to people. Maybe you're really good at figuring out technology. You know, maybe you're just really good at it. You can sit down and you can, in a few minutes, you can go ahead and understand a software program. Maybe in an hour or so you can sit down. Maybe you like to read. But figure out what you're naturally good at. Think about that and write that down. Everything that you know you're naturally good at, but there's going to be one thing above everything else that you are naturally good at doing. Number 5, after you've decided what you are naturally good at, ask yourself this question. Can I make money doing what I'm naturally good at? Can I earn? Can I thrive? Can I monetize what I'm naturally good at? Now, if you don't know, if you're not sure what you're naturally good at, if that'll monetize, you know what, there's something that I'm going to recommend here. I work with, or I should say I'm an affiliate of Career Fitter. It's a career aptitude test. Take the free career aptitude test. There's a link in the description box of this video. Take the free career aptitude test. That might help you, should help you decide what you're good at, what there's a natural affinity for. So there's a link to Career Fitter's career aptitude test in the description box. I recommend it highly. There's a free version, there's a paid version. You can take the free version and it'll help you. If you want to take the paid version, well, that's completely up to you. But find what you're good at and then ask yourself, can I monetize it? So now that you've figured out what you're good at, now that you figure out, hey, I can monetize this skill, I figured that out. And if you can't, if that the Career Fitter, if that doesn't help you, maybe what you do is you talk to someone that you trust, someone that you value to get their opinion. Maybe it's multiple people, that's what I always recommend. But after you do all that, after you figure it out and you want to monetize, then you're going to network like crazy. This is number 6. It works every time. Whenever I've wanted to generate sales for my business or businesses, I found networking to be the very best way to do that. It's also the very best way to find another job. We all know that over 80% of jobs are placed because someone knew someone else. It's called networking. It's who you know. But network like crazy. This is number 6. Just network. Go on Facebook, go on Twitter, go on Instagram if that's what you're on. If you're on TikTok, go on TikTok. But network like crazy and market yourself, market your business, because that's what you're actually going to be having, is a business. You're marketing that skill that you have, that natural skill that you have. You're monetizing it, and you're building something from that. You keep your part-time jobs, certainly you're going to keep at least one of them. But you're going to keep it so you've got that income in, and you're building and you're building and you're building. Yeah, now you're networking. Number 7 in this plan is very, very important. And it starts with the word patience. It starts with taking time and understanding that things take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Anything that you do, anything worthwhile, is not going to happen overnight. You've decided you don't ever want to be let go again from a job. You don't want to lose another job. The rest of your life, you don't want to lose a job. And the truth of the matter is, yes, as I mentioned previously, it is difficult. Sometimes it's very hard to find another position. Certainly only 1 out of 10, as I think I mentioned the statistic, only 1 out of 10 folks ever again earn as much money as they earned prior to being let go from that job. So the odds are against you if you are older, but you can certainly flip that and you can increase those odds 10-fold, 100-fold by determining you're not going to let it happen again, understanding that you've got to do something different, understanding that it's going to take time and it's going to require patience, because that's what you should. I'm going to say that's what you need to understand. It takes time to build. In my life, I've learned this, and I've learned this many, many times. I've started and launched multiple businesses, And what I find is it does take a lot of time. It takes time to build. And you know what? You've got time if you got some income coming in, if you're building. But understand, you are building and you're building, but it takes time, it takes patience. So I'm going to ask you to consider that. Consider the reality. It's going to take time. But you know what? It sure beats working for somebody else and not knowing if you're going to be let go, not knowing how long you're going to have that job, not knowing what the future holds. At least you have some control over your future. Well, that's all I got for you, my friends. I just outlined a 7-step plan, a way to help you to overcome that job loss, a way to come out on top. If you got any questions, please feel free to send me a message. I also have, I want to mention, I've got a free side hustle starter kit in the description box of this video. So if you're somebody who's decided, yeah, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to follow this plan. I've got an outline for you. It's a free side hustle starter kit. It's an edition that you can just go ahead. It's a JPEG, I believe. Maybe it's a PDF, but go ahead and check that out. I also have a live version of that, a recorded version. I do charge a small fee for that, but there's a link for that in the description box as well. But good luck to you. But the truth is, you don't need any luck if you follow this plan. Have a great day, everybody.